NewJeans might be coming back, but not as 5, not even as 4. Fans think it's happening as 3 members only, and the signs are getting hard to ignore. Recent reports say NewJeans were spotted in Copenhagen, filming something. At the same time, ADOR confirmed they're preparing a new musical narrative. But here's the part that caught everyone's attention: only Hanni, Haerin, and Hyein were seen. To understand why this is such a big deal, you have to go back. NewJeans debuted in 2022 and quickly became one of the most influential K-pop groups of their generation. Hype Boy, Super Shy, OMG, they weren't just hits, they defined a sound. But behind the scenes, things started falling apart. In November 2024, the group publicly called out ADOR. They accused the company of contradictions, miscommunication, even manipulation. That moment changed everything. Soon after, they announced plans to terminate their contracts. And for a brief moment, they rebranded as NJZ, signaling a possible new era. Then came March 2025. At Complex Con Hong Kong, the group performed together. What fans didn't know at the time was that it would be their last performance as 5. At the end of that show, they revealed they would comply with a court injunction. That meant no independent activities under NJZ, and just like that, everything went quiet. But the silence didn't last forever. Months later, updates started coming in. Slow, fragmented, and honestly, confusing. First, in November 2025, Hyein and Haerin confirmed they would return to ADOR. Then came Hanni. That made 3. At first, fans thought this was just a step toward a full reunion, but then things started shifting. Danielle, who many expected to return, suddenly had her contract terminated. ADOR described it as a breakdown of trust. No detailed explanation, no closure. And Minji? Her return is still undecided. So now fans are left with a lineup that looks incomplete. And this is where things get interesting, because around the same time, people started noticing subtle changes. NewJeans' official platforms began updating. Profile photos replaced with logo-based visuals. Member information quietly adjusted. And Danielle's presence gone. At first, it seemed like routine rebranding, until fans connected it with something else. The Copenhagen sightings. Eyewitnesses reported seeing only 3 members: Hanni, Haerin, and Hyein, alongside staff and filming equipment. Then a studio schedule leaked. It listed ADOR bookings from the 13th to the 17th. And while that alone isn't unusual, the timing, the location, and the lineup raised questions. Was this just pre-production? Or was this the start of a completely new version of NewJeans? ADOR's response didn't exactly calm things down. They confirmed the trip, but described it as part of a new musical narrative. Not a comeback announcement, not a lineup confirmation, just enough to keep people guessing. And this is where fan theories exploded. Some believe this is a soft reboot, a way to relaunch the group without directly addressing the missing members. Others think it's temporary, a phased return, starting with 3, then possibly expanding. But there's also a more serious theory that this is the final lineup moving forward. But here's where things take a sharper turn. If this really is a 3-member comeback, it's not just a lineup change, it's a complete shift in identity. NewJeans was built around a 5-member dynamic. Their choreography, their vocals, even their branding, it all relied on that balance. So removing 2 members doesn't just change the group, it changes the entire formula. And fans noticed something else. ADOR didn't deny the 3-member speculation. They didn't confirm it either, but they also didn't correct it. Instead, they said future plans would be announced at the most appropriate time, which to a lot of fans feels intentional. Because if this wasn't the direction, why stay quiet? So where does everything stand right now? Confirmed. NewJeans are preparing for a comeback. ADOR acknowledges new music is in development. Hanni, Haerin, and Hyein are actively involved. Unconfirmed. The final lineup, Minji's return, the reason behind Danielle's departure, and most importantly, whether this comeback is truly a 3-member era, and this is bigger than just one group. Because NewJeans isn't just another K-pop act. They were one of the fastest rising groups globally. A shift like this could impact the group itself. A smaller lineup means new roles, new dynamics, and pressure on each member. Fans are divided. Some support any return. Others feel the group isn't the same without all 5. If this works, it could normalize major lineup changes in top-tier groups. But if it doesn't, it could become a cautionary story about how fragile momentum really is. So now the question isn't just when NewJeans will return, it's who NewJeans actually is now.